trying to untangle the names in a Russian novel. What are you doing?
Kicking myself.
What's wrong?
Well, I apparently left some important papers there, and I can't proceed with the experiment without them. I thought I'd ask you to look around the desk, see if you can spot them.
Yeah, sure. What do they look like?
Well, you should find a couple of pages from a report, a table of specs, and a computer printout.
Wait a minute. I think I found it. Okay, computer printout. Does it look like a paper accordion?
Yes, it does. That's it. Thank you very much. You know, I could have sworn that I put it in my briefcase. I must be getting absent-minded.
Professor.
Look, is my father still there? I thought maybe he could drop him by on his way over to see Martin.
No, he left about 10 minutes ago.
Oh, not good. By the time I get home and then come back here, I guess I have no other choice.
Wait a minute, sweetheart. Yeah, I can bring them over.
No, that's all right. I'll come get him.
Well, you know, I'm a big girl now. I can drive a car.
That's not the point.
Yeah, I know what the point is. Listen, you've been saying for some time that my anxieties over sunburst are not based on reality, so you're probably right. It's time for me to put your theory to the test.
Liza, you don't have to do this.
I know I don't have to, but I want to. So, I'll see you in a few minutes. Bye-bye.
This is Search for Tomorrow.
Excellent, and this won't be a wasted evening.
Tell me, how much would one wasted evening set us back? Now, I'd like you to answer that with a degree of accuracy plus or minus 0.5%.
You're teasing me.
And teasing would be inefficient, wouldn't it?
You're in a very good mood this evening.
Well, Liza and I have finally worked some things out.
Well, I'm glad for both of you.
Her depression is over. All her anxieties and fears seem to be disappearing. In fact, it was her idea that I work late tonight. You know, I think she's finally recognized how important this project is to me and that we shouldn't view it like some kind of wedge between us.
Well, it's nice to have support from the home front.
It sure is. I've been more than a little worried lately.
Yes, I could see that.
You know, it's the first time in our marriage that we've ever found ourselves 180 degrees apart on something.
You know, Travis, I'm hardly an expert on marriage, but it seems to me one disagreement in all the years you've been married, well, that makes you a remarkable couple.
It's not that we haven't had our share of difficult things to deal with. Not the least of which was losing our adopted son, Roger Lee. But you know, like everything else, we've been able to work through that when we were together. When it came to sunburst, it was suddenly we were being pulled in opposite directions, and that made it very hard. But everything's improving. We're talking again. I think we'll work it out. And as long as Liza and I are on the same side of the fence, I think we can handle anything. Hey, thank you, Jimmy. Hey!
You?
What kind of a warm, friendly greeting is that?
Did you want to see me about something?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I do. I think it's time you got your act together and took it on the road, so to speak.
What?
Well, I hear there are a lot of planes leaving from here to New York every day. I think it's time we got on one of them. Come on, kiddo, let's sit down. Let's figure out a day for your audition, huh?
Well, yeah, I want to go to New York.
Good, good.
Look, there are just a few things I have to get straightened out first.
Like what?
Well, I'm under-rehearsed for one.
I'll be the judge of that.
Well, I'm also a little nervous.
Fine. That's fine. You know what to do. You channel that into adrenaline, and you put that into your performance.
I'm not talking about that kind of nervousness. Oh, Dane, I really thought all this was behind me. Rusty just called, and he left some papers here he needs in order to conduct an experiment tonight, so I said I would drive them over, and... all of a sudden I'm feeling a little uneasy about that.
Ah, I see. Well, it's no problem. I mean, it's easily taken care of. I'll go over with you.
Oh, thank you, but no. No, this is my problem. I have to solve this by myself.
Okay. I think I know what you're talking about. You're talking about gremlins, right? I
Mm.
mean, the real ones we can deal with. It's those imaginary ones sometimes drive you buggy.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah.
You're a good friend. A good cheer-upper, too.
Oh. Listen, it might be your turn someday, okay?
Oh, it's a deal.
All right. Listen, I'm going to head home. When you get back, you give me a call and we'll talk some more, okay?
Absolutely.
Can I walk you out to your car?
All right.
For the impedance of the beta unit.
Mm-hmm. I see. So what's the problem?
Well, just compare them to the figures from the lab test. I mean, you see there are many more discrepancies than there ought to be.
Yeah, but these numbers were projected by computer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, my guess is the problem's with the programming.
My guess exactly. The problem is, who is going to debug the program? Oh, no. No, I am much too busy to go around working on computers. No, thank you.
Good evening.
Oh,
I hope I'm not interrupting anything important.
No, just going through some good old-fashioned arithmetic. What are you doing here?
Well, it's philanthropy. I was at Martin's this evening. We were talking about moving the club to the riverboat. I got this fundamental urge for corned beef. So I dropped into a deli, and I loaded up. Voila! Coffee, mineral water, corned beef. I hope I can tempt you.
well, we could consider this our dinner break.
Well, I guess that science can take a back seat to corned beef from time to time.
There
Thank
you
you
have
very
it.
much.
Well, you're more than welcome. Madame,
Oh, thank you.
I was a little worried that I might be interfering with something, but I can see that you're not that busy.
No, I'm afraid we're on a bit of a holding pattern.
Why is that?
I left some papers at home that are necessary for the experiment, so we can't proceed until they arrive.
Oh, what a shame.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I could run back and get them for you.
Not necessary. Liza's bringing them over. She should be here any minute.
Oh.
Yeah, Taylor.
Dave,
Yeah.
it's Liza.
Yeah, hi, babe.
I hate to sound like an alarmist, but I think someone is following me.
Listen, don't worry about how you sound. Where are you calling from?
The phone in the car.
Fine. Where are you going? You stopped? You're moving.
No, I'm moving. I'm going west on Elmhurst, just past the new shopping center.
Right.
Look, I've tried everything. You know, I speeded up, I slowed down. This guy behind me is doing the same thing.
Okay, look, I know right where you are. I want you to get into the left-hand turn lane at the next intersection.
Okay.
Okay? Now, turn your signal on at the last moment possible and make the turn.
All right. He did the same thing. He's still behind me.
Okay, fine, no problem. Now, next, get in the right lane and slow down a little bit, okay?
Okay.
Now, start looking off for a road to the right. Again, I want you to turn at the last moment possible. But don't get crazy. Don't screech your tires or anything. Just make it look like you forgot where you're going for a minute.
All right. All right. It's coming up.
Okay.
I think we lost him.
Great. Feeling better?
Yeah, I feel relieved.
Good.
Maybe even a little foolish.
Hey, don't worry about feeling foolish. Look, we just took a few necessary precautions, okay?
Yeah, well, still, I hate to bother you.
Bite your tongue. I'm unbotherable.
Well,
What?
wait a minute. He's behind me again.
Are you sure? You sure it's the same car?
I don't know. I think so. It looks like the same.
All right.
What am I supposed to do now?
You're not going to do anything. I'm going to come out and meet you. You got it? Now proceed to the airplane hangar of Turner Instruments at the airport. Got it?
Oh, yeah, okay.
All right, now listen. Slow down a little bit so that I get there ahead of you. Now listen very carefully. I'm going to tell you exactly what to do when you get there.
All right.
It was terrific. You've contributed substantially to the solving of the energy crisis.
Well, you know what they say. Starve of fever, feed a scientist.
No one ever said that.
Excuse me. What computer are we using?
The A2000.
I'll go prep it. Let me know when Liza comes back.
I will.
Thanks for the sandwiches.
Oh, you're more than welcome.
You seem to be in a very good mood this evening.
Am I? I hope that doesn't offend you.
No, I don't find it offensive. Merely curious.
Well, I hope a guy doesn't have to explain his reasons for being in a good mood.
No. But you're not a man given to impulses. With you, an effect is always preceded by a cause.
Aja, you should leave the study of human behavior to the psychologists. Have a pickle instead.
Thank you, no. You do realize, don't you, that Liza is on her way here with the papers Travis needs?
Indeed I do. It's very helpful of her.
Don't you think that her coming out at night, alone, with papers from Sunburst is not the
Not
act?
the act of a woman who is frightened, but the act of a woman who is confident.
Exactly. I think Liza is pulling herself together quite nicely. And she's much stronger than you give her credit for.
It would appear that way, wouldn't it?
Well, that's a surprise. I hardly expected that information to please you.
Aja, don't you realize by now that I'm a man full of surprises? But I'd like to point out, Eliza isn't here yet. So, before you draw any conclusions, let's see what happens if and when she arrives.
Oh.
Keep moving and don't worry about her. I'm not spread up. Put your hands down.
What do you think you're doing?
Shut up. Shut up.
What is this?
I said be quiet. And don't make any funny moves. All right. Now, you turn around very, very slowly. And keep your hands where I can see them.
What are you, a cop or something? What is this all about, anyway?
Suppose you tell me, huh?
Suppose I tell you, you jump up and down all over me, and I'm supposed to tell you what's going on? I think you got it backwards, brother.
Don't try kidding me. What were you doing following this woman?
I haven't been following anybody.
You tailed her all the way over here.
Wait a minute. What? Aren't you, Liza Santel?
Yeah, what about it?
Well, my name is Ringo Altman. I'm a business associate of Warren Carter's. And your name is Taylor, right?
Yeah.
We met at a big fancy ball at the country club a while back. Maybe you don't remember me, but I remember meeting the two of you.
Yeah, he's right. I remember meeting him now.
Well, you do look a little familiar.
Well, thank you. Now, would somebody mind telling me what this is all about?
Suppose you tell us, huh? You try explaining what you're doing here.
I'm in the market for a new plane. What? Like I told you, I'm in business with Warren Carter. You must have heard what happened to our airplane.
Yeah, it crashed in the jungle.
Yeah, well, with the kind of corporate business we do, we need an airplane. Now, I was looking at this twin-engine Harris 200 over there.
Fine, go on, huh? Go on.
Well, the owner wants $350,000 for it, and I figured I could talk him down. So Warren asked me to come out here.
All right. That still doesn't explain why you were following Mrs. Santel.
I wasn't following anybody. Look, I drove out here, minding my own business. I pull into the parking lot. You drag me out of the car and start practicing your kung fu on me.
You know, I think I've made an awful mistake here.
Maybe.
Look, I don't know what any of this is about. All I know is there's one road out here. Now, if Mrs. Santel happened to be driving in front of me, I didn't know anything about it.
Liza, how long was that car following you?
Quite a while, but, you know, with all the turns and everything, this is awful. I think I've made a terrible mistake. I'm sorry.
Why would anybody want to follow Mrs. Santel?
Let's just say, Santels have had a few problems this past year. It's been a rough year for them. They're just merely being cautious, that's all.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Well, then, let's all be cautious. You be cautious of who you're accusing, and I'll be very cautious of who I let drive in front of me.
You know, I think I was very nervous and I probably panicked. I mean, there may have been 2 or 3 cars. I'm awfully sorry. I really am.
Well, that's all right. Look, forget about it. You know, there's no need to apologize. I'm willing to forget the entire incident if you are. What do you say?
All right, it's okay with me. Look, if there has been a mistake.
Forget it. I told you. If you don't mind, I would like to go and check this plane out, and then I'm going to go home and put something on this neck before it stiffens up. You're pretty good with your martial arts, my friend. Thanks.
Oh, Dave, it's all my fault. I am so embarrassed.
Don't worry about it. He'll get over it. Look at it this way. Maybe it's a good thing this happened after all. You've been expecting the worst thing possible to happen today, right? Well, if this is it, then we got nothing to worry about. Come on, let's get out of here.
Oh, she can.
You know, I don't understand this one bit. Now, what is going on? You are sitting there happily content, almost to the point of being smug. And I have a feeling you know why Liza hasn't shown up yet.
I would suggest you keep it down. Asha, you are amazingly like your mother when you get angry.
I'm not angry. I am frustrated. Now, are you going to tell me what's going on or not?
Well, that would be like looking up the answers to a crossword puzzle. Just think of the satisfaction you'll get when you discover for yourself. Liza walks in here
Then
looking...
she is coming.
Well, she could. Well, on the other hand, she could turn around and go back.
You know, when my mother would get angry at you for playing games like this, was there some way she could get you to tell her what she wanted to know?
Oh, yes.
How?
Well, she had her ways.
Well, expect to see you here still.
Well, I hope I wasn't keeping Aja on her work.
Well, that's all right. Did Liza come yet?
No, nothing yet.
Ah, she should be here by now.
Well, here she is. Hello, everyone.
Hey.
Your vital documents, sir.
Documents here. Hello, Dane. What are you doing here?
Well, I was on my way over to Liza's and your house, and she was on her way over to see you, so I thought I'd come along for the ride.
We were doing some work, and
Yeah.
guess what?
What?
We are going to New York tomorrow. Dane's going to set up the audition.
Hey, no kidding. When did you decide all this?
Oh, a few minutes ago. Isn't it wonderful?
It is wonderful. And thank you for finally talking her into it.
Hey, no problem, no problem. I mean, I may ask 10% later on, but for right now, reflected glory will do just fine.
Well, listen, we don't want to keep you. I know you have experiments to do, so we'll be on our way. We have plans to make, right?
Right.
Okay, so good night, everyone. Bye, Liza.
Good night.
I'll see you out.
Oh, okay.
Are you going to be able to set all that up
No
by
problem.
tomorrow?
Hey, a couple of well-placed phone calls. I'll take care of it.
You seem to have lost something. All those high spirits? You've hardly said a word since Liza walked in so happily.
Haven't I?
No, you haven't. I have a feeling that whatever it was you had planned didn't turn out the way you wanted it to.